Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ammar.
And my name is Hannah.
And we are the Love Coaches.
We're on a mission to help as many single Muslims find their potential spouse. Come and listen to our incredible journey of how we met each other.
And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you really love our content. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to a different type of episode that we have prepared for you today. Tell us, what episode do we have, Ammar, prepared for them?
So this is a new episode where we are taking you out on a trip.
Yes.
It's outside of our lounge room, the normal lounge.
So you're coming with us on an adventure. So this is a vlog and a podcast put together called a Vlogcast. I don't know how to say it. It's a term.
It's a name that Hannah invented, I think.
I think we invented it. I don't know. I think there exists. I think other people have done it in the past. But anyway, we are doing it now because we want to actually take you out in Dubai, and not just Dubai, but the UAE, and show you around and also have really meaningful conversations about topics that really matter. So today's topic, what we will be discussing is how do you know someone is the one? And in the meantime, we're going to be taking you where, Ammar? Where are you taking us?
So right now, we're in the area of downtown, Dubai downtown, and we're close to Burj Khalifa.
So Ammar, you've grown up here. You were born here. You've lived 32 years of your life here.
Yeah.
What was this like 32 years ago? Did this even exist?
So 32 years ago, I don't know.
You know what I mean? When you were a baby, when you were younger.
No, actually, it was less developed. It was still a nice country to be in. But it was less developed, less of the bridges, less of the tall buildings. It was more a basic country and less glamorous. But it was beautiful. It was like authentic, and there was a lot of heritage, and there was a lot of desert.
There was a lot of
desert. It wasn't built this way.
Wow. So is it do you find it sometimes surprising when you're
when
you're driving, you're like, oh my God, what is this place?
Definitely.
Like this is a new building.
I'll always be blown away by all the buildings and the bridges. And as you can see all over the country, there will always be constructions going on.
Yeah.
Right? They will never stop the construction.
Yeah, there's so much construction, and I'm just comparing it to Australia, for example. Yeah, you have construction, but not to this mass scale. Like this, there's construction all over the UAE on a mass scale. So it's like, it's not just like apartments. It's like towers, apartments, shopping malls, like
communities. They just keep on building new communities, and you can see the communities being built up and all these new villas, and so now we're entering the downtown area.
Yes. So what's in downtown, Ammar? So if people to come downtown, what would they?
As you can see, it's Dubai Mall. It's
the famous Dubai Mall.
Yes.
Okay.
And there are a lot of restaurants, cafes. It's a really nice area, as you can guess. It's the downtown area. It's all these nice restaurants, fancy. Like you have the restaurants. What was the guy, Turkish guy?
The one that smiles where he's cooking. He does like this. Yeah, there's a lot of, and then there's the Salt Bay guy.
Yeah.
He's also got a restaurant here. So all of these high class restaurants of people that are famous have their own restaurants here.
Yes.
And so Dubai, and you can come and sit in these restaurants and also look over the fountain.
So yeah, this is downtown. As you can see, it's there's a bit of, it's not traffic, it's just lights. There are many lights here.
Many lights, because there's a lot of people that come to downtown. So if you're a tourist, one of the top destinations is obviously Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall. So it's a very hot place to be. And when you go into Dubai Mall, it's always so busy. Like it's always filled with tourists from all over the world. And Dubai Mall is just so big.
It's massive.
It's like, I've never seen a mall that big. You get tired from walking.
Imagine that there is a aquarium inside of Dubai Mall.
A whole aquarium.
You have an ice rink.
Yeah, it's unbelievable when you think about it. And restaurants galore. Like, when you go inside the food court, I've never seen a food court this big in my life. it's packed, and the amount of variety of food that they have there is just unbelievable.
Yes.
Right now, I can see Burj Khalifa on this side. You won't be able to see it right now.
We should be able.
You
like,
will
we
be
should
able to
take
see
them.
it soon. Yeah. It's massive. It's really big. It's like...
When you come closer to it, you'll be like, oh, we're so tiny.
We are so tiny. We realize just how tiny we are.
Finally, the
The ishara,
We're
the
moving.
light opened, and we are now moving.
you can see how the area here is so nice. It will maintain.
Very well maintained. Honestly,
very
I've got to
beautiful.
give this to Dubai. Kudos to how well they maintain their streets and their shopping malls.
Everything is spotless.
Spotless. There's not, you never find trash on the, anywhere. You don't find
Yeah.
trash. Oh,
Because
by the way,
again, there are strict rules.
Yeah.
Like there are rules. If you're gonna get fined if you drop anything on the floor. Like
yeah.
so.
You don't want to be a tosser. Do you know what a tosser is?
Yeah, the one who tosses trash.
Yeah, in Australia, I remember they did a whole campaign, don't be a tosser.
Oh my god.
Yeah, tosser. It's such a funny word. Can you say the word
So
tosser?
have you been here before?
I have been to Dubai downtown before.
Really?
Yeah.
Where have you been?
Dubai Mall, Burj Khalifa.
No, but this area, the
I
downtown.
don't know. No, I haven't. I don't think I've been down
So
this area.
these people, he wants to take a left, but he can't. So
It's pushing
we're
in.
just gonna.
Yeah. We keep.
So yeah, this is downtown. I don't know. I wish this was a 360 camera, so
that we
you're
can-
able to see more.
It's alright. When we upgrade, as we do more vlog podcasts, we'll upgrade.
When you guys subscribe and like our
Yes.
videos,
yes.
that would be really supportive.
That
Then
would-
we grow our channel and,
And
we
then we
bring
can
more
have-
equipment.
We can have cool equipment so we can show you guys. We have big plans to take
Yes.
you around the UAE.
Sure.
We're not going to just take you to Dubai. We want to take you to
There are many cities.
Khan. We want to take you to Hatta. We want to take you to Sharjah. We want to take you all around. Maybe
Yes.
perhaps even Abu Dhabi. We just want to take you around and
To
show
the biggest
you.
mosque ever.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful
Sheikh
mosque.
Zayed Mosque is in Abu Dhabi.
We also need to take them to Sharjah Mosque.
Inshallah.
My favorite mosque.
Inshallah.
Oh, I love Sharjah Mosque so much. So yeah, so if you press subscribe, we can do more cool things with you guys and
Yes,
show you
please.
more around. And we don't just want to show you around, we actually want to show you like what to eat as well and what to drink, like
Ooh.
authentic things here in the UAE. That's, if you're a tourist, you actually
Local
wouldn't know
thing.
about it. Yeah, local things. You
Yes.
wouldn't know about it if you're a tourist. So we want
Even
to show
if
you.
you're living here, because as you said, Hannah, you had some colleagues,
Yes.
teachers, who were living here for a long time, and then you tell them, have you tried the famous
Abood
paratha
drink.
mix or abood?
And they didn't know.
They
And
did not know.
And I'm like, oh my God, how do you not know this? And
Yeah.
I'm really grateful because I came and Ammar was my
I
guide.
changed her
And
palette.
you changed my palette and you showed me what to eat, where to go. So I felt like I adjusted to life here very quickly because I had you. Alhamdulillah. So-
Because honestly, it would feel frustrating because
Yeah.
you have a lot of restaurants to
God.
choose from.
Like honestly, I've never seen this many restaurants in my life. Like if you go to, we'll show you inshallah one day. If you just go to like any strip of the road, you'll see like not just one restaurant, like 15 restaurants all next to each
Yeah.
other.
Yes.
And mashallah, they're all busy, like
Yes.
and doing well. So you think, oh my God, what do I even eat? Subhanallah. So you need to have the ins and outs, and that's why by pressing subscribe, you'll be able to get more cool tips about where to go when you come here to the UAE, inshallah. Because most people come to the UAE as a stopover because, you know, it's like the halfway point usually between trips. So
It's
yeah,
the center of everything.
it is the center. It's most stopovers.
And it's a really popular destination for everybody to come and
Yeah.
visit. At least once, man.
Yeah, it is worth coming once and visiting. Alhamdulillah.
So what is the topic of today's
Today we are discussing
episode?
how do you know he is the one, or for a man, how do you know she is the one? So let's kick off this discussion, Ammar. So let me
Yeah.
ask you, how did you know I was the one that you wanted to marry? How did you come to that conclusion and that decision to move the relationship forward?
So the way I'm going to answer this question is basically by saying that I believe that the way I knew that you are the one is first I developed in my head that the values that I have and the values that I'm looking for in my partner. So for instance, I knew that I would definitely want someone who's religious, and second of all, someone who's progressive. Like I wanted a woman who does not like, how can I say this?
Like, what's progressive for you? Does that mean like ambitious, wants to work?
Yes. I don't know. I didn't want a woman who wanted to be a housewife.
Okay.
I wanted someone who is looking for, and still I didn't want a woman who wanted to have a career.
Okay.
It was so.
So tell me more about what that actually means.
Because I don't want a woman who wanted to like have a job.
Okay. Then what did you
and
do?
progress in her career.
So what?
I wanted someone who works for themselves, because I have experienced that in my life, and I knew the difference.
So you were looking for an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And why an entrepreneur? What's the difference in your mind between someone that works as an entrepreneur and somebody that works in a job?
Based on what I saw, based on my experience, I believe that there's a big difference between having a job and working for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it's totally different skills that you need to develop and work on. So honestly, it was a preference that I had.
Yeah.
And then having a job or a career means that it puts you in a limited
box. Yeah. So
like you needed to work certain times. You needed to take vacation.
The flexibility.
Yes.
You wanted somebody that has that flexibility and freedom, that has that sense of mission, that has that skill set that comes with being an entrepreneur. Because being an entrepreneur, you have to be hardworking. You need to have a vision. You need to have that
self-motivated, stubborn.
Yeah.
You need to persevere a lot.
Yeah. So you're looking for somebody that's resilient. So because those are values that you admire, and these are values that you also have for yourself, and that you're looking for a match. That makes so much sense. So, okay, those were the things that initially you found within me. But then as we continued the conversation and getting to know one another, how did you...
No, wait, those are not the only things that I want to share.
Oh, tell me more.
Like religious. Second of all, I wanted someone who's really have a close relationship with their family, and I wanted someone who can take care of themselves and our kids in the future. So I was looking for a woman who and it depends. It's a percentage. It's for instance, religion could take around more than 50% of this whole formula.
Okay.
Then a woman who can, for instance, when you told me that you're a teacher, that could represent in my head that you can deal with kids, you have a lot, you know how to deal with kids, and then for our future, that means that you can take care of our kids.
So you're also looking for somebody that also values family and that wants to have family. Because for you, that's also really important, because you want to have a family. Is that what I hear you say?
Yes.
Beautiful, amazing. So having said that, you were looking for somebody where religion is a priority, somebody that has ambition and has a vision for her life, and that is an entrepreneur because it comes with certain qualities. And then you were looking for somebody that values family. You saw that within me, right? And so as we continued getting to know one another, as the relationship developed and we were getting to know one another, how did you know that, khalas, I still want to, my question is, did you continue to need more information to confirm that? Or was it set in your mind, khalas, I'm happy to progress in this relationship?
Of course, as I told you, so first there are these main points that you can look at it as it's a base. Once I had that base, then I needed to continue on that, looking towards more and more information. Are we gonna be compatible?
Okay, that makes sense.
These were just the base criteria that I was looking into for us to take the first step, the
okay.
first serious step
That makes
of
sense.
us getting to involve our families.
Okay. So for you, I hear you say that it was just all these things were just like the base to see if there is a base first, and then later on once there was that base and the relationship developed and the families were involved, you were then looking at compatibility. So what does compatibility mean to you? What's your definition of compatibility?
So the thing is, we met online, right?
Yeah.
So the first move that we've done is that you came from Australia here.
But that's before. That's like before. Let's rewind. Before we got to the point of me coming to visit here in Dubai of October 2022. How did you reach that point for you to come?
As I told you, I completed the base. Once we had that base, I told you right away, like, let's involve our families.
Yes.
Let's have a conversation with let the dads have the conversation.
Yeah.
I want to meet your father and I want you to meet my family, right?
Yeah.
So we did that. That was the first initial step.
Yeah.
And that showed you that I'm committed to
Yes,
this.
of course. Yeah.
So once we had that, we both needed to investigate more
About each other.
to learn if this is gonna work, if this is a relationship that's gonna, inshallah, prosper.
Yes, beautiful. Okay, so it makes sense. And so that for you was just gaining more information about, is Hannah the one that I want to marry?
Yep.
And it was just as a confirmation that yes, I want to continue. Were there any, and this is a really big question, were there any times where you had your doubts or you were a bit unsure about, I'm not sure if she's really the one?
Honestly, the way I'm gonna answer this question, it needs to be diplomatic. Because
just say as it is, babe. Just say as it is.
So I don't know if I'm gonna say. Of course, there are moments where you'd question, is this the right decision that I'm making?
Of course, naturally.
That's natural. Though what you need to remember is always you need to try to outweigh, like you need to weigh things, right? Because nobody is perfect. I know that I'm not perfect, right?
Yes.
So putting that in perspective, of course you're gonna have downfalls and upfalls, right?
Yeah.
So the way I would manage this is I'd always say like, Hannah is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, all these positives, and then I'd see something negative, so I would outweigh it that way.
Yeah.
And then I would say, is this certain thing that is negative worth me letting this relationship go away? And alhamdulillah, no, it wasn't. Like there was nothing that would say, no, this is not a relationship that I would like to.
It wasn't a deal breaker for you. It's like you're just realizing Hannah is human and there is flaws and that's okay.
And honestly, this is an important step, and it's an important way to view things, because because you know that I'm a person who is a perfectionist, and I would always the way when I met with Hannah, she pointed that for me that I'd always look for the negatives, and it is something that I realized too, that I always point out the negatives in anything in life, in like whatever, like let's say we were going out and we were doing something, I'd always
focus on what went wrong or
and I'd criticize that in a really like hard manner. So yeah, you need, like, if you do that in a relationship, you're never gonna continue with anybody, even if you're with a prophet.
Yes,
like,
I love that point, because I think sometimes people come into a relationship expecting that this other person is just gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
When you can't. No one is perfect.
No one's perfect.
And actually accepting someone with their flaws, or not a deal breaker. I'm not talking about deal breakers here. I'm just talking about general flaws that a human being has is what makes the relationship human and beautiful, right?
Yes.
It's just like you married a human being, of course
Yes.
they're gonna have those flaws.
And another thing, like
Yeah.
right now you're speaking,
Yes.
these like it's coming up to my mind
Yes.
is I married someone all over from Australia and she has a different background.
Yes.
So I put that in consideration always that
Yeah.
this person is going to be so different than me. They have
Yeah.
different
Upbringing, different.
It's
Just
so different than
different
what we
country.
have, yeah?
Yeah.
So subhanallah, I'd always put that in my mind.
Yeah.
So because again, the shaitan does not want this kind of relationships.
Of course.
I always had that idea in my
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
Because the shaitan's beautiful thing to do is to
Destroy relationships.
destroy halal relationships.
Relationships,
He
yeah.
wants you to have a
Haram
relationship. That's
yeah.
his way.
Yeah.
That's why I'd like putting these things in perspective
Yeah.
will help you
Yeah.
in the relationship.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. I love that viewpoint about just realizing that a relationship, a real relationship, is marrying or accepting someone for their flaws and who they are as a human being. And I love the second point that you mentioned, that the shaitan wants to destroy halal relationships. So
Definitely.
having those two things in mind is really important. We're just going to pause the discussion here for a second. We're going to come back to this conversation.
Yes.
I just want to comment. It's currently 4:39 p.m. right now. So you might be saying, "Oh, Hannah and Ammar, what is this? You're not showing us anything." Well, there's a bit of congestion. This is not traffic. This is not traffic. We need to show you one day what actual traffic looks
Inshallah,
like here.
no. We won't
Inshallah, we
allow.
don't want to be stuck in that traffic. Tell us, Ammar, where are we exactly?
Right now, we just moved out from downtown.
Yes.
To our left is City Walk. It's a beautiful area.
It's like an outdoor shopping mall almost. So we have a few of those in Australia. If you know Rouse Hill Town Centre in Australia and Sydney, it's outdoor, but this is on a mass scale. This does not compare to anything in Australia. I'm just going to be completely honest.
So now we're heading towards a street called Jumeirah.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about
Jumeirah
this street
Street
that we're about to
is-
go on.
So Jumeirah Street is a bit old, a really old street. Like it's next to the beach. It's really nice. It's just 2 lanes,
Yeah.
very calm.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of restaurants and cafes, so you can just. I don't know if you have that. You don't have that culture in
We do.
Australia.
We do have lots of cafes.
Yeah, but you don't have that
But we
culture.
don't have like 50 million next to each other. Just wouldn't.
No,
It's not
but
feasible.
you cannot just stop and you just wait in the car and order something.
Yes. So this is the most beautiful
And it's not a
thing.
drive-through.
It's not a drive-through. You literally just stop in front of the shop, you beep, and they come out and they take your order.
Yeah.
So you actually literally don't actually have to move from your car. So we should give them an example of that. We should.
Yes.
we
Now,
should, yeah.
inshallah, we will pass by one of the oldest cafeterias in UAE. It's called Cafeteria Al Ijaza.
All right. So before we arrive at Cafeteria at the Ijaza, let's
Yes.
continue our discussion, and then you can tell us a little bit about what actually cafeterias are.
تفضلي.
When I first came here, so I came here in October 2022 with my brother and my dad to meet you
Yeah.
and your family. Did that confirm more that I am the one you wanted to marry?
Of course, it was beautiful. You gave me the unbelievable gift,
Yes.
the grey jumper.
Yes.
And so, if you don't know what's the story of the grey jumper, we have a special episode for it. You can go back right now and watch it.
Episode 1.
It's unbelievable. And yeah, so we had a really beautiful time, and it was unbelievable seeing you in real life. Like we wanted that. Like after a while, having an online relationship.
Yeah, we were ready to
It was
see each other.
frustrating, yeah.
We were ready to see each
You
other in
remember
real
how
life.
I would never forget that. Like finally, I can see how you look like from the back of your head. That's so funny. I was like, who thinks that? Like,
No, but honestly, I just need to say
I
this.
get it.
I've never seen the back of his head. I've never seen
Yeah.
how he walks.
Yeah.
I've only seen his face. Like,
SubhanAllah, it only It only made us appreciate
Yes.
what it means to be together.
Yes, subhanallah, and I think that's what the distance relationship gave us. It required a lot of commitment to show up.
Commitment and patience and sabr.
Commitment and patience to make this work,
Yes.
to make this relationship work, and also appreciate what it means to be in each other's company and get to know each other. Obviously with family, not that we were alone, but with family, that we got this beautiful opportunity to be with each other. So yeah, I think that was the beautiful gift of a long distance relationship.
So great questions. Now, right back at you. How did you know that I was the one?
Oh, I've got so much to say about this. Where do I even begin? All right.
Bismillah.
Bismillah. I think first of all, I want to.
Let me ask you the famous question.
What's the famous question?
Is it the feeling that you had? Is it the connection, the chemistry that we had?
No.
And why not?
No. That connection is not enough to say that somebody is the one. That's what I truly believe, and this is what the experts in relationships
So we didn't
also
have
say.
any connection.
Not that we didn't have connection is really important. I'm not saying you should have connection, you should have chemistry 100%. These are important ingredients, but you can't say that's the only reason for why I want to get married to him.
So what I'm hearing is like, if it's by itself,
it's not a real relationship.
it's not a real
It's not.
valid relationship.
It's not.
Like a valid base for a relationship.
It's not a valid base.
What does it need to have?
It needs to have commitment and compatibility. You need to have those two ingredients. You can't just be like, oh, we're going to be friends and we're going to talk and see where this goes. There's no commitment there. So that's not a relationship. There needs to be commitment. There needs to be compatibility. And when I'm talking about compatibility, I'm talking about they have qualities that make the husband that you're seeking. You're looking for somebody that's also a builder. And when I say a builder, I mean, like, imagine you have this plot of land and you want to build it into a beautiful family. You also need somebody that is also a builder, not somebody that's just going to admire that piece of land with you and say, oh, it's a beautiful dream, and sell you on this beautiful dream. No, a builder is somebody that wants to build this vision of this marriage with you and is willing to put the hard work in, and is compatible with you in terms of your vision and your values. So it's the commitment and compatibility. You can't just say, I just have an amazing connection with him. That's not sufficient enough to move forward. So to answer your question,
all of this you did not answer?
no, I'm just giving you the base.
All right.
You know, I like to lay on bases and foundations. The second thing that I would love to stress is it's not just someone is the one. It's not just this feeling like I know he's the one.
It just hits you.
No, it doesn't just hit you like that. It's not like those magical fairy tales. You deciding that you want to marry this person takes time, and you will have your doubts and you will go back and forth.
Time and effort. From both sides.
Yeah, from both sides until you reach that decision. Yeah, I want to continue. So for me, it was like, I had enough information. Yes, I want to continue at this point. I had more information. I want to continue. I had more information. I want to continue.
It's like you put it into stages.
Yes, put it into stages. Because I remember at the time when I was considering coming to here to visit you, that was a big decision. Like, do I really want to do this? I had to take some time for myself and be like,
it's an investment.
Yes, it's not
financially,
emotionally. My brother and my dad were gonna come. There's a lot of things
on stake.
It's not just about me.
Yes.
By the way, I need to pause. You can do U-turns here in the UAE just like that. It's acceptable. They even have signs where you can do that. The reason why I'm stressing that out, because in Australia, I can't just do a U-turn.
Wow, what do you do?
You can't. You have to turn into a side street and then turn back.
And you know why we're doing a U-turn?
Why are we doing a U-turn?
Because we're going to the famous Ijaza cafeteria.
Okay. So tell us, we're going to come back to me talking about what I was talking about in a second. Tell us about what cafeterias are, because most of our audience probably won't even know what a cafeteria is. What is a cafeteria?
A cafeteria is basically, the way you say it is not cafeteria, it's cafeteria.
Cafeteria.
Anyway,
cafeteria. Sorry, I'm Australian. I say cafeteria.
Besides that, so it's basically fast food that is not fast food. That's not American.
Yes.
So before, the idea is it's fast food. It's a hot dog sandwich. It's a burger sandwich.
It's a paratha sandwich.
It's a paratha sandwich. and mostly the people who do it are from India.
Or Pakistan?
No. It's
No,
Indian.
it's Indians mainly? Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, we're here.
Yeah, they're coming to the car
Of
right
the
now.
order. What do you want? عبود اتنين عبود.
Yeah, I want عوار قلب وانا
السلام عليكم. Do you have عوار قلب؟ واحد عوار قلب وواحد عبود.
واحد عبر قلب واحد عبود بس.
بس.
Which size are small, middle, large?
Medium, please. Thank you. It's one of the oldest cafeterias.
So guys, I'm just gonna take you here. I don't know if you can see it very well. Yeah, you can. So as you can see, people are sitting and they're eating, and that's what happens in a cafeteria. And
Now it's really, the weather is getting better.
so people are sitting outside and eating.
It's just so basic.
Yeah, it's just a basic little restaurant. And literally you don't have to get out of your car, as you just heard. The guy just came, and you just stop and you order.
Yes.
So yeah, if you ever stop at a cafeteria, the two drinks that you have to try is abud and awar qalb. So what does awar qalb mean?
It means heartache.
Heartache.
It's devastating.
The Muslim love coaches are saying you have to get a heartache when you come here.
Such a weird name, but it's funny.
Yeah, it's really
They have
nice.
all the funny names. Like they have like a million juice. They have Burj Al Arab,
Burj Arab, Burj Khalifa,
They have all these juices.
all these different juices.
And the other sandwiches that you need to get is the paratha mix.
The paratha. So we'll take you. Today we're not going to get a paratha, but next time, inshallah, when we're going to a cafeteria, we will take you and we'll tell you exactly what to order and why it's the greatest sandwich
Yeah.
that you can ever have. And we need to introduce them to Chips Ahman as well. So
Oh,
it's a
that's
whole
another
discussion.
story, man.
There's a whole nother discussion that we need to have about that.
So Chips Oman is what?
No, don't tell them yet. Don't tell them yet. Inshallah, in the next episode, when we're at a cafeteria and we're eating paratha, we'll tell you all about Chips Ahman and what it is, inshallah. So yeah, back to the discussion about how did I know you were the one. It's not like I knew you were the one from the get-go. It's like I was assessing the information I was presented with, and I was constantly asking myself, do I want to continue? You have to check in with yourself, basically. I had to constantly check in with myself. Is this the right move for me now? How am I feeling about this? What's coming up? Are there fears that were coming up? And it just really helped having my best friend and my coach to talk about this in depth with. Like, what is coming up for me? Am I worried about something? Is there...
Because honestly, it's a huge step. It was a humongous step for you more than me, because you were the one who was coming to Dubai. And I believe, like, without the support of your friend and your coach,
and also my entire family, like, being so supportive in the whole process.
Like it's like you had extra help just right away.
Because it was two decisions I was making. I was making the decision, do I want to marry Ammar? And I was making a decision, do I want to move overseas at the same time? So there were two big decisions that were happening concurrently with each other. And so I was constantly
That's why I married you. I was saying that basically you had to go through so much, like a normal person wouldn't be able to handle.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. So that's like, that gave me
it showed you more
signals
of my
that this is a person that I would definitely love to continue my life with. She's someone who's progressive, someone who is able to take like massive
big decisions
in her life. Someone who can like depend on herself, basically.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm glad that showed you beautiful qualities within me. Alhamdulillah, and this is why leaning upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this decision is really important. Like, you might think, oh, Hannah, how did you do it? How did you make such two big decisions in one go? No, honestly, it's through the guidance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asking Allah at every stage to guide me and to show me, because sometimes I'm like, I wasn't sure. I'm like, is this something I really want for myself? And our drinks are coming, so we will pause.
Thank you. Thank you. So there you go.
Are you ready, guys? Are you ready?
You need to show them.
I will. I'm just.
You need to take it out
in
because I think it has ice cream.
Yes, the awar qalb.
They give you a.
The awar qalb. So this is the abud.
I have a beautiful idea. You know what we're gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
We are going to go near to the beach,
Ooh.
and we can just park and talk to our.
Yes, so we can finish off
Viewers.
this beautiful discussion. And this is the awar qalb. It's a pinky drink, and they're fruity drinks, by the way. These are fruity.
They're all
drinks.
fruity.
So the awar qalb. Yeah, look, it's our brand colors. It matches our brand color. Though yes, we don't wanna give you a heartache, but yani. So it's got a lump of ice cream, you know. Bismillah, I'm gonna have a sip. It's so thick.
Hence the
Wow.
spoon.
It's like, I can't describe the flavors.
We're at the beach. They closed the. Now it's closed.
You can't enter it from here.
They're building all these villas.
So as you can see,
It's a totally new
there's
place.
a whole new. All these villas are under construction right now
MashaAllah, there must be a beautiful place to live in. It's right
on
on
the
the
beach.
beach.
So here in the UAE, they don't say houses. So in Australia, we say houses. Like generally, we don't call things villas. Here, everything that's not an apartment is a villa, basically. In the meantime, drink the awar qalb.
So this is the awar qalb. It's red drink. It's a fruity drink, honestly. Bismillah.
What do you taste when you're drinking it?
I taste heaven.
You know, it's the best watching Ammar eat and drink something he
It
loves.
is so. It's ice cream with fruits and sugar. It's a lot of sugar. It's a beautiful drink.
Yeah. And this is the abud. This is like a mango-y sort of drink with like ice cream. My dad came here to the UAE.
Describe this.
I don't know, it's like rock melon and mango and ice cream. When he came here to the UAE,
Honestly, this cafeteria is really nice.
yeah, it's a whole nother level, honestly. Like I said, they do cafeterias do these drinks, but the Ijaza cafeteria in Jumeirah
Takes
takes
it
it
to a whole
another
new level.
How long have they been open, did you say?
I don't know, 19. I really don't know. I don't want to say a number that is wrong.
But they've been around
really
since
old.
the 90s. I don't know if you can see this, but there was just a masjid that passed us, and now there's another masjid in front of us.
MashaAllah, yeah.
There are
This is
masajid
beautiful.
in every single corner.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful is you hear the adhan,
Alhamdulillah.
alhamdulillah, which is an absolute blessing and something that I really appreciate. Really about this country is the adhan.
I am so determined to
Get
reach to the beach.
Yeah, we're gonna get
We
to
will reach the beach. This is a police car, guys.
Yeah. So the police cars are in big. What are they?
What do you
What are
mean?
these cars?
It's a patrol.
Patrol. Nissan Patrol. Tell us a little bit about the Nissan Patrol and this country.
This is the official. No, I'm kidding. But it's one of the best cars that the local people here love.
The Emiratis really love their Nissan Patrols.
So what is this area? Now we're at the beach.
now we've arrived, you guys.
beach.
Akhiran.
I think this is called the Kite Beach.
Kite Beach. Wow, the water looks really beautiful.
We're just gonna park here.
But then we want to show them the beach. Are they there?
How can we show them the beach? But we need to pay for the parking.
There's no parking
Yes, there is 3
closer in the beach.
Do you want, this is the closest you can get to the beach.
That's okay. We'll stop here.
I don't know if there will be any parking that are perpendicular to the beach.
Yeah.
Wow, the other side looks so beautiful. What is that? I've never seen that.
We need to show them. We're just saying wow, and they're going to be.
Wow,
They're
the
gonna
other side is built. What is that?
I don't know. I don't know what this side is.
All right, we need to park. All right, this is the view, guys.
So you can see the view while we talk and finish off our.
I want to show you more, but I think we just parked and we are right at the beach, and we're just enjoying our drinks, the
Yes.
abud and the awar qalb.
The heartache. So good. Make sure when you come to the UAE, you go to a cafeteria and you get yourself one of these drinks, or both of those drinks, inshallah.
Inshallah.
So back to what I was saying. How did I know Ammar was the one? I didn't know he was the one. I was constantly checking in with myself. I was constantly getting new information about Ammar, because I also want to say something like this as well. I think it's a really important point. Like, as you get to know people, you'll find out more information about them. I know that sounds so obvious, but actually it's not that obvious. What I mean by that is, as the relationship deepens, they're going to share things about themselves that are on a deeper level. So you're going to get more information about them. I think sometimes we expect somebody to share the deepest, darkest secrets and their deepest, darkest thoughts and fears in the get-go, but nobody does that because it's unsafe. Would you go and share?
You wouldn't feel that safe. You wouldn't feel that connection.
Yes.
Yet, you need to have a deep connection with the person, to trust them, and to be able to open up to them and make sure that they will not let go of you if you share something really vulnerable about yourself.
Yeah. So the vulnerability in the relationship deepens as you get to know someone, and it's very important that you understand how to navigate that.
You need to set the expectations right.
Yeah, you need to set the expectations right, because sometimes people are like, oh, why didn't they tell me sooner about their deepest, darkest fear or whatever? Like, you got to be reasonable. Like, of course, as the time develops and you get to know someone, they're going to share more things that are deeper about themselves and more intimate, or maybe more embarrassing about themselves. And so with that, you deepen the relationship, and you also reassess, not reassess, but you reassess where you are. Like, it's a check-in, like, okay, now that they've shared this information, how do I really feel about it? Am I happy to continue proceeding? Do I need to speak to my coach about it? Do I need to speak to my support system about this information or whatever? So, so I feel like I didn't know that you were the one. It was just through these different milestones, I was constantly rechecking in with myself and seeing where I was at and how I felt about those decisions at that time. And with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's help and calling upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I just let Allah help me, guide me into what was best for me. Because I would always come to Allah like, I don't know, Ya Allah, what's best for me. Ya Allah, you show me the way, you show me what's right for me. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens pathways for you. And then, He opens doors and you're like, okay, this is the door. You just walk through that door, basically. So in conclusion, you guys, the main message we want to send is what? That you don't know someone is the one. It's not just magical feeling that
Honestly,
comes
the
from
main
heavens.
message that we want to share is these drinks are unbelievable.
That's the main message.
They're addictive. Like, you need to come to Dubai just to try these.
Yes.
It's Abood and Awar Qalb.
Look, we're going to make you a deal. If you come to the UAE and you try these drinks, you have to send us a selfie and send it to us on Instagram. Please send us a photo of you drinking these. This would make us really happy. We would be very happy and very pleased to you. Inshallah. So apart from that being the main message, the actual main message of the content today is there's not this magical feeling from the heavens that's going to come down and you're just going to know someone is the one. It's only by...
No, wait.
Yes.
I have to interrupt. I'm sorry.
Yes, go.
You might feel that feeling that, oh, this is an unbelievable connection.
Yes.
This is the one. I need to marry this guy, or I need to marry this girl because of a feeling. Though the message that we try to give out to you guys is that it's a beautiful feeling, and you should follow that feeling in certain cases, which
With
are
evidence, with commitment, with
Yes.
compatibility.
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
you need to have that feeling, though if it's alone, you cannot depend on it. You need to. It must be backed up by other things, like commitment. You need to see signs of commitment from both sides. If he's the guy, you need to see that he's committed. He's willing to include his family right from the beginning.
Yes.
Right from the beginning. If he's not able to marry you, if he's not able to take real actionable steps towards getting married, no matter how the connection is beautiful, that's not gonna lead you anywhere.
Yeah.
Trust me, trust us.
Yes.
We know. So you need to see that he's willing and he's committed towards including his parents and towards talking to your family, towards your father.
100%.
And of course with other things. after you have your values and you see that the other person have the values that you're looking for, and you have that beautiful connection, voila, that's the beautiful recipe towards success. You can build on that
Relationship now.
and then see like it is like those are the basic steps that you will take towards more investigation and more relationship investigation.
It's not just this magical feeling that you're just going to depend on to make this decision to marry someone. That's what we're trying to conclude.
Yes.
There needs to be other things in the recipe for success. And one last point that I want to share with you is that great relationships are not found, great relationships are built. So you don't expect that you're just going to magically find a great relationship with someone without putting the hard work in. Great relationships require effort, commitment, time, and the tools. So yeah, it requires that. So that's the main message we wanted to share with you for today.
And hopefully you like this new kind of
Vlog
episodes.
podcast style.
If you like that, please subscribe and
Share.
now wait, subscribe, and then they need to do this bell thing, but I don't know what it is.
Turn on the bell for
All right,
notifications.
you need to subscribe and turn on the bell for the notifications. Like the video and share it with as many people as you want.
Share
Share it and like it and subscribe.
Because-
Really,
Yes.
that's how we know that you like these types of videos.
Yes.
Otherwise, we wouldn't know.
And if there is a certain place that you would love for us to take you here in the UAE,
Ooh,
tell
that's a
us
beautiful idea.
in the comments. Be like, Hannah and Ammar, I've always wanted to go to this place. Show it to me. We will go there for you and film it for you, inshallah. So
You
yeah,
know,
tell
and
us.
honestly, we can do it not only from the car. Like, if you like this idea, we can actually go outside the car and take you with us.
Yes.
With a vlogging camera.
Yes, so we're so excited for this idea. So please tell us in the comments below, where would you actually love for us to take you? And we will take you there. We'll get out of the car just for you, just for you.
If you follow us, if you know us from YouTube, follow us on Instagram,
Yes.
on our social media, Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
And you can actually reach out to us on Instagram, and we read all the DMs. Just
We do.
reach out to us on Instagram. Tell us if you love this episode and if you would love to see more of this. And if you have a favorite, like if you knew about any place in UAE where you want us to take you there, just let us know and we will, inshallah, do it.
Beautiful. And until next time, inshallah, assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
Bye.